Hey everybody, Dr. Brian Damhoff. Today I'm going to do a video review of the Bob and Brad ThermoRed heating pad belt massager for lower back support. Bob and Brad have a world famous YouTube channel. Appears they're now diving into selling products such as this. So as always, here's my disclaimer. I'm not paid a dime to do this. The Bob and Brad team actually reached out to me. They asked if I would give a review of their product for them, and I said I'd be happy to. They asked me to compare it to the Venom 2 back, for which I already have a YouTube video on, and I thought, hey, why not? So let's take a look at it. What was really interesting was the Bob and Brad team actually sent me some talking points comparing the two belts and suggested that I include those in my video. But you guys know me, I opted to do my very own analysis. My goal, as always, provide you guys unbiased information about this product so you can decide whether or not it makes sense for you. With that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the specs of the Bob and Brad ThermoRed belt. It weighs in at 1.5 pounds. It has 4 levels of heat ranging from 104 to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. 4 levels of vibration, and it also offers dual wavelength light therapy with 660 nanometer red light and 850 nanometer near infrared light. Battery life is listed as up to 5 hours on low or about 90 minutes at maximum intensity, although obviously that will vary depending on which settings you're using. One thing I do like is that the interface shows you how much battery life is left. The belt is adjustable, and the listing says it fits waist up to 52 inches with the included extension strap. It also has an auto shut off after 15 minutes, which helps reduce the risk of accidentally leaving it running too long. Now let's talk about what I like with the belt. Much like other belts I've looked at in this category, I like that it has an easy to use control panel that you can adjust on the fly. For instance, if it gets too hot, you can quickly push the button and change the heat level. Or if you're not vibing with the vibration, you can switch to another vibration setting with the push of a button. It also features dual wavelength light therapy, which the Hyperice Venom 2 back does not offer. So if you specifically want heat, vibration, red light, and near infrared all built into one belt, that is one of the biggest differentiators here. And again, like other belts in this category, it's lightweight, it's portable, so it's easy to wear around the house. You can also potentially use it while warming up before a workout, depending on what you're trying to accomplish. With all that said, let's see how it stacks up against the Hyperice Venom 2 back. The first and biggest difference to me is surface area. The Hyperice Venom 2 back lists dimensions of 48 by 11 inches, which comes out to about 528 square inches. Bob and Brad does not clearly list the active treatment surface area of their belt, but based on the overall dimensions, it is clearly smaller and comes in under 400 square inches. And when I use the two belts, I definitely notice the difference. I also have a patient who has owned the Venom 2 for a long time and uses it daily. When he was in the office, I asked him to try the Bob and Brad belt and give me his honest assessment. The first thing he said was that he felt like he would have to use the Bob and Brad belt twice to cover the same general area he gets with the Venom 2. That pretty much matched my experience as well. One other minor thing that I don't love is that, at least on my unit, the temperature is listed in Celsius. I have no idea how to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit off the top of my head. And while it's really not that big of a deal for whatever reason, it just annoys me. The other thing I noticed, and my patient noticed this as well, is that the Venom 2 has a much more premium feel to it. Everything about it just feels a little nicer. That doesn't necessarily mean it works better for every person, but when you hold and use both products, the Hyperice feels like the more premium device. Now, overall, one of the biggest perks of the Bob and Brad belt is that price point. It is almost half the cost of the Venom 2. At the time I'm recording this, the Bob and Brad belt is selling on Amazon for $126.99, while the Hyperice Venom 2 back is selling for $269. So if you're trying to save money and you like the idea of heat, vibration, and red light, and near infrared all in one belt, the Bob and Brad ThermoRed belt is definitely worth considering. But if I personally had to pick between the two, I would pick the Hyperice Venom 2 all day, hands down. For me, the biggest surface area is huge. It's very important. And I think the Venom 2 has a more premium feel. I definitely appreciate the difference, and that's my honest assessment of the two belts. I hope you took some value from my analysis and helps guide you personally in your decision. If you feel like this video helped, could you be so kind to just give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more great videos? I appreciate you watching.